Hey guys, it's Amy. It's day 4 of our summer sprint group, and I have to tell you, I am loving what I'm seeing so far. Not only are the challenges and the resources that everyone's putting together just amazing, but you guys are rocking it. You're really taking to heart and doing these challenges, and I'm so excited. So today's day 4, and like yesterday, this is going to pull some of you guys out of your comfort zones. Today is the chicken list challenge, okay? We're going to be reaching out to people on our chicken list. Now, some of us are fearless, so we can also call this our dream team list. So the first thing I want you to do, because this challenge is going to help grow your business, first thing I want you to do is think of people who are on your dream team. You might already know these people. You may have already written their names down but haven't reached out to them. If you haven't, I want you to think of people you want on your team for the business. And when you're thinking of these people, who do you admire? Maybe it's a community leader, maybe it's a business leader. Who's somebody you admire and respect? It could be an old boss, an old coworker. Also, though, be thinking of, anyone that you think would rock the business. So somebody who has influence over others. Think of the person who everyone wants to be around, who's really fun and enthusiastic, and people just gravitate towards them. That's who you want on your dream team. Think of somebody who has a lot of friends, a big social network. That's who you want on your dream team. What about somebody, though, you might know who's very healthy and into health and wellness and fitness and, eats very healthy? That's somebody you want on your dream team. So I want you to be thinking of these names, and I want you to write them down, because today we're going to reach out to 5 people on our chicken list, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. I want you guys to not be afraid, though. For those of you who this is very scary, today you have to put the fear aside and do it afraid. Even if you're scared, do it anyway. We're going to go for no, all right? Because you could miss out on $1 million person on your team. There's a story in the Sarah Robbins Rock Your Network book that she tells that she was afraid to go after her dream teamer. Somebody else did, and that woman is now at the top of their company. So we're going to go for no. One thing that's very important when you reach out to your chicken listers today, you have to do it over a voice message. Now, phone calls, I know all of us are like, nobody talks on the phone. Phone calls are better. These have to be personal messages where they can hear your conviction, your passion, and why you're reaching out to them. So I want you to use your voice messages. Even better if you can pick up the phone and call the person, right? Do not project that people don't want to be on the phone anymore or people don't have time. I promise you, a personal call goes a very long way. So how can you reach out to these people, though? Once you have your list, how do you approach them? You're going to be honest with them, and you're going to tell them why. So one thing you could say, and I've used this before, if you know somebody who's in a different neighborhood, different city, different state, reach out to them and say, hey, you know what? I am growing my business in your area, and this may not be for you, but I would love to pick your brain and share with you my ideas and get your thoughts. Could we meet over coffee and chat? That is great. If you can meet the person to talk to them about Plexus and the opportunity, that's better. What you don't want to do, you do not want to puke Plexus on people in the beginning, okay? Another thing I do, this has worked out really well for me before. I send the person a voice message, or I call them and I say, hey, Allison, I was thinking about you today. I know you have seen that I'm working Plexus, and I just know you would be amazing at this business. You are very organized, you're very healthy, people love you, and I just know that you care about people and you would be great at this business. I would like to tell you more. It may not be for you, and that's fine, but I would like to share, why I think you'd be great at it. And you know what? A lot of times they'll say, sure, I would love to hear about it. And even then, they might say no. That's okay. You guys have to think about what's greater, the risk or the reward. And I say the reward is greater. You do not want to miss out on that opportunity. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? What is the absolute worst that can happen when you reach out to somebody on your dream team? They tell you no, right? It's the worst that can happen. So we're going to go for no on our chicken list. One thing to think about is we know how great the compensation plan is, we know how great the products are, and you might be tempted to share all of that in the beginning. Don't do that. Like Sarah said in her video yesterday, it turns into Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. We love Plexus. We're passionate about it. We think about it all day long, 24 hours a day. Other people do not. So do not puke Plexus. You don't have to tell them anything about Plexus on that first message. Just reach out to them. Tell them why you're reaching out, why you think they would be amazing at your business, and how you would just like the opportunity to chat with them more about it. And it may not be for them. That's fine. But you just want to get in there and talk to them. So that's what you're going to do on your chicken list today. Use voice messages, use phone calls, reach out to 5 dream teamers, okay? These are the ones you want on your dream team. Here's the other thing, guys. Why not now and why not you? If you don't share it with them, I promise you somebody else will. And you do not want to have that happen to you where you lose a dream teamer to somebody else. So do your chicken list challenge, and I can't wait to see all of the results. The other thing, really quickly before I forget, this is what I do sometimes because especially when it comes to some cold reaches, those used to give me anxiety a lot. I would send the message, close my phone, close my laptop, don't look at it. It's close it, walk away, move on to some other IPAs. That way you don't have anxiety over, did they answer me yet? What did they say? What did they say? Okay? So reach out to those dream teamers.